Hello. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Honorable the Permanent Secretary and the Minister of Trade and Industry, our guest of honor, who is here representing the Minister of Trade and Industry, Your Excellency, the Ambassador Ron Adam, the Ambassador of Israel to Rwanda, dear speakers, comrades, brothers and sisters, fellow Rwandans, and our friends, a friend of Rwanda, our people, the business community, the business people, the people who are doing business here, people having factories here. We want to welcome you all this evening. On behalf of AFRI-GLOBAL, we welcome you all on this session, and we want to thank you for everything. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for spending time and also think about us. Thank you for accepting our invitation. I want all of you to join our hands together so that everyone appreciates each other. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to be a part of this clinic, AFRI-GLOBAL. Thank you so much, Mike and the team, for organizing this. It's been a while we have been invited to talk about business and innovations, but we know it is something that is very, very critical, vital, and this is the right time for this.
It's time to sit down and relax, and your money make other money. And the real breed is this one, it's AFRI-GLOBAL. The fifth one says, networking is the answer. All of them, they have talked about networking. So, networking is the answer. Run networker skills. Very soon we will start teaching the people the skills in the network, how to start the business, how to invest your money, how to do follow-up after the investments, and how to succeed in your investments. So, and the ninth one's very interesting. You have to read the sign of time. Before you invest, read the sign of the time. If you can read the sign of the time, it is time to invest in groups like this. It is time to work with the people. It is the time to work with the people. I will try to put some people here. These are the three people you're seeing here. The first one is the people who are trying to start a business. Is the people who are in the business. The second one is AFRI-GLOBAL. The third one is the investors. They are connecting each other. No one who can survive and succeed alone. But together with AFRI-GLOBAL in the middle, investors will make money. Also, business people will make money and in their business. What we are doing in AFRI-GLOBAL is to train the people. Because a team is not a group of people who work together, but it's a group. A team is a group of people who trust each other.
The trainings that are delivered within the PSF or the clusters that we have a cluster of agriculture, we have a cluster of services, we have a cluster of industries, we have a cluster of specialized cluster which has women and youth entrepreneurs, and also people with disabilities. We have a cluster for trade, and within those different clusters, we have different programs of trainings that touch any of the issues entrepreneurs have. And I also want to take this opportunity. The Private Sector Federation, it's ours. It's up to us to tell them what we have as issues. It's up to us to claim for what we need. If you need a training, inform them. Be with your colleagues. Claim for that training, and especially you have to be part of others. You share expertise, you share experiences, you share opportunities, networking. We have been talking about networking, it's what we are here for, but also be for a part of different platforms that are there for that.
Yeah, thank you so much. AFRI-GLOBAL ni ikiraro, ariko ikiraro ubundi kiba gifite ibintu gihuza. Mu bintu bitatu rero AFRI-GLOBAL ikora, icyayizanye ntabwo ari ugushakira abashoramari aho bashyira amafaranga gusa, ahubwo barimo kureba ya mishinga. Ziriya nzu 30 naberetse mu mafoto dusoza, zizubakwa mu turere twose, buri karere kaba gafite 1-1, n'ahantu hazaba hari business coaches, aba coach, aba mentors. That is why hari clinic enye abantu bavura bya bitekerezo babigorora.
Mr. Chubahiro Edwin, you wanted to answer the question of the guy. So as you answer the question, also in 1 minute, also give like a key takeaway to the audience, to the people who attended the business clinic cohort. What can you tell them?
Remind me your name? Nina. Hey, nice to meet you. I know exactly what you mean. But Rwanda has learned its lesson by the over the past few years. He's very right. There's especially Europeans. I'm sure maybe you met with the founders from the Netherlands and the sort who come in. They brought in a lot of financing for entrepreneurs, and we all went into all these seminars, and they've been they're really for capacity building. So it looks like they bring in a lot of funds, and then they pay themselves to be trainers, and they train us, and then give you certificates, and then let you go to go start your own business. And then there's going to be a sequence number 2 and a seminar number 2 a few years later. And they've been doing this for some time. But I want to let you know that if you just reach out to BDF now, there is so many more different funds that are going into financing actual projects. And these are grant funds, these are funds that are working together with your own institution, BRD, especially for something like beekeeping. You won't have a problem anymore. Just don't give, it sounds like you gave up. Don't give up. There's a lot of financing.
So today, 80% of our electricity is from the 10 BCM, 10 out of 1,000 that we found. And so most of our electricity today is on gas. How did we do it? We just let the companies come. We promised them not to enter to its pockets, to their pockets. Just after the return of investment, which is there already, because it was 2010 that we found the gas, production started in 2014. I mean, gas into the country started in 2014, and now, after 7-8 years, there is the finish of the ROI, and now we get also to open our wealth fund. Because we have so much money from the gas, from the profits, from the percentage, the 10% that we take from the profit is now $1 billion a year. But we didn't take any tax for 8 years, nothing. They just came, bought some information, data for $50,000, and that's it. Now they give the government $1 billion a year as a percentage from the profit. The percentage will go higher. So what I suggest is minerals and hydrocarbons but bring investors and leave their pockets for a while. Just don't tax them. Let them work, and they will find, and they will do good. The third sector, of course, is tourism and hospitality, because this is now 50% of your GDP. So this is needed, and of course, in this case, also a good financial plan is needed, and companies will come, and they are coming, but they can come even more. And the last but not least, and I mentioned, is agriculture. And it's a challenge to invest in agriculture, for sure, because of even topography of the country. I mean, you have hills, you have 1,000 hills. Yes, you have millions miles, but it doesn't have much. But 1,000 hills is a challenge, because for hills, mechanism is a challenge. For the valleys, it's challenge because of the water, etc. It's a challenging topography in this country for agriculture, of course, and moreover we have the climate change. So what is needed, of course, in order to overcome climate change is irrigation, which we do, and my country is covered with irrigation because not only climate change, but we live in the desert.
SMEs, investors, people with various experiences, support agencies, you realize that there is a good collection of support ecosystem when it comes to SME support here. And as from the Ministry of Trade and Industry, I think this is something that we much welcome and appreciate, but we also wish that it is done as much as possible. So on behalf of the Minister who would have joined you, but specifically on behalf of the sector of trade and industry, we deal closely with startups, SMEs, but also private sector. And I was sharing with the members that were seated here, it depends on who is pushing in at times. When we have many of private sector issues coming on the table, realize that the focus goes there. If you have many people coming in industry and are focusing on manufacturing, realize the focus is there. But it is also important that we look at the foundation, the startups, the SMEs that are the future companies that we're targeting. And so from the government side, I realized that just participating in here, there are different angles of interest that we are looking at, and we need to be really having a deliberate and intentional desk that deals with startups, but particularly SMEs in the space.